Good morning, lovely kids. Um, how are you all doing? I hope by the special grace of God we are all fine. All right. As usual, today is Wednesday, and then we have English language, and I am your English mistress, Madam Love. Okay, last week when we met, we did something on pronouns. But today we are doing a different thing entirely. So we are not going to really go into the pronouns. Whenever we continue with the grammar, then we will revisit the pronouns. So please keep them for me. The assignments I gave you, I will take them. All right. Today, so we are doing something on reading comprehension. Reading is very, very important as far as English language and even all other subjects are concerned. Without reading, if you don't know how to read properly, it will be very difficult for you to answer questions from all other subjects, and especially English language. And so today we are going to focus our attention on reading. And so by the end of this lesson, you should be able to read the passage. You should be able to read the passage correctly or properly. Okay, so when we finish reading, what we are going to do today, we are all going to read. We are all going to read. Please, if you don't know how to read properly, don't feel shy. Don't. I don't want you to think, hey, as for me, I don't know how to read. Though, so how we are learning. That is why I will also read. So you listen to me first, then later you will play the video again and also read. And also you will rewrite you rewrite the passage into your exercise books, and then you will read. Okay, mommy or daddy will record you reading, and then you will send it to me. Okay, it will be very interesting. I would want to hear you read. All right, beautiful. But before we start the reading proper, there are some words we need to know before we begin. I didn't show my face because I want you to see the words rather than my face. So when we are doing something on grammar and the others, that one you can see my face. But this one, because I have the book here, I want you to see everything. That is why my face is not showing. Okay, so pardon me for that. Okay, so our new words are hospital. Hospital. You repeat after me. Hospital. Doctor. Doctor. Nurse. 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 Temperature. 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 Laboratory. 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 Dispensary. Dispensary. Okay, so these are our new words: hospital, doctor, nurse, temperature, laboratory, and dispensary. So hospital, when we say hospital, it's a place that provides medical and surgical treatment. A place that provides medical and surgical treatment. So that is the place you go for treatment when we are not feeling too well. Okay, so when you are not feeling too good, mommy or daddy will take you to see the doctor. They will take you to the hospital for treatment. That is, they are so aim to treat people who are unwell. Okay, so doctor. A doctor is a person who is qualified to treat people who are ill. So doctors are found in our hospitals. Okay, they are qualified. It means they are trained to treat people who are ill. So when you are not feeling well and mommy or daddy takes you to the hospital, you see a doctor who will treat you. Then a nurse who is a nurse, a person trained to care for the sick, especially in the hospital or in a hospital. So they are trained to also care for the sick. So when you go to the hospital, the first point of visit, you see a nurse. The nurse will prepare you. Sometimes they take your temperature and then other informations, and then they'll put them in your folder. They'll write them in your folder before you are sent to the doctor. They care for you. If you are not able to walk properly, they will offer assistance. They will help you, and then they will take you to see the doctor. And then let's go to temperature. Temperature is a degree of intensity of heat present in a substance or an object. Let's cut it short by saying that it is the hotness or the coldness of a substance or an object. So when you go to the hospital, normally they put something in your armpit. It's called thermometer. It is to check how high your temperature has been, how hot you look. Is the body too hot, or it's normal, or it's not too hot and not too cold? This will inform the doctors as to how to go about your treatment. Some people, they need urgent treatment, and others too, they can take their time and treat you. So the temperature will help them. It is how low or cold, how cold or hot your body looks. All right, and then let's go to the laboratory. It's a room or building equipped for scientific experiments, research, or teaching. And so that is most of us have been to the lab before, the laboratory. That is where your blood samples and your urine are taken. They put it through into a machine, and then later the results will come out for you to take it back to the doctor for proper treatment. So that is what they do there. If you don't know anything about the equipment, you don't have any business in the laboratory. The lab technicians, they have been trained to be able to use the equipment there. Okay, so our last but not least is the dispensary. Dispensary, that is the room where medicines are prepared and provided. So when you go to the dispensary, after the doctor has treated you, he will ask you to go for medicine. The place that we go for the medicine is called the dispensary. So those there will call you and then give you your medicine and show you how to take your medicine. Exactly. I hope you have all experienced what I'm saying. The doctor, you've been to the doctor, the nurse, you've been to the lab, and then you've gone for your medicines, and they've taken your temperature before. So with all these things that we have said, it means today we are going to do something that concerns the hospital. Okay. So our topic for the reading is at the hospital. At the hospital. I hope you can all see. At the hospital. Okay. At the hospital. Please, I want you to be able to read the new words, pronounce them. So hospital is spelled HOSPITAL, hospital. Doctor, DOCTOR, doctor. Nurse, NURSE, nurse. Temperature, TEMPERATURE, temperature. Laboratory, LABORATORY. Dispensary, DISPENSARY. Okay, all right, beautiful. So now we can start with the reading. As I said early on, I will read first, so listen attentively and carefully. Then later, you will also rewrite the words into your exercise books. Then you will read. As you are reading, mommy, daddy, brother, sister will record you and send it to me. I want to see how you read. Please don't feel shy. Don't, if whatever word you cannot pronounce, you just say it as you are. We are learning. It's a learning process. Okay, and that is why I am even reading for you to listen. So listen carefully, and then after you also read. Do you understand? Beautiful. Beautiful. So let's start. At the hospital. Last week, Ellie was very ill. First, she felt very cold. Then, after a while, very hot. She was sweating. She felt tired and weak, and her head hurt. Her father took her to the hospital to see a doctor. When they arrived, the nurse on duty looked for Ellie's folder. Ellie waited for 30 minutes to see the doctor. The doctor asked Ellie, "What is the matter with you?" Ellie said, "I feel cold, I am tired, and my head aches." The doctor examined Ellie. She checked her eyes, her ears, and her mouth. She took her temperature and recorded everything in Ellie's folder. Then Ellie went to the laboratory where they tested her blood for malaria parasites. When the result of the laboratory test was ready, Ellie took it back to the doctor. The doctor examined the result, then told Ellie that she had malaria and sent her to the ward. The next day, Ellie felt a little better. The doctor came to check on her. She said Ellie was well enough to go home and prescribed some drugs for her. When her father came in the morning, he went to pay the hospital charges. Then Ellie and her father went to the dispensary to collect the medicine. The man at the dispensary told Ellie to take 2 tablets twice a day. He also gave Ellie some liquid medicine. She had to take 1 teaspoon 3 times a day after her meals. After they had collected the drugs, Ellie and her father went home. At home, her father gave her something to eat and some of the medicine. Then, Ellie went to sleep. When she woke up, she felt much better. In the evening, she took some more of her drugs. She followed the instructions carefully. She kept the medicines in a cupboard because she did not want her younger brother and sister to get them. She was soon well again and returned to school. So that is our story or our passage. Ellie wasn't feeling well. Her father took her to see the doctor. Then the doctor checked her temperature. Then she was asked to go to the laboratory for some tests. Later, she brought the test, and the doctor told her she had malaria. So she wrote some medicines for her to be taken at the dispensary. But she was admitted. She slept in the hospital that day. The next morning, she was discharged. She went for her medicine with her dad, and they went home. Her father gave her something to eat and gave her her drugs. When she slept and woke up, she felt much better. And then she continued taking her drugs. She hid the drugs from her younger ones because she didn't want them to get them. Then she was okay for school. It means when you are sick and they take you to the hospital, make sure you take your medicines as prescribed by the doctor or those at the dispensary. Do you understand? If mommy gives you medicine and you refuse to take it, you are not going to be well. And if you are unwell, you can't come to school. And if you don't come to school, we other students will learn and then you will lose. Do you get me? So make sure you take your drugs when you are sick. Okay, now, so that is it. There are questions under it, but the questions I will send them to you to answer. So you have 2 assignments. The first assignment, you are going to rewrite the passage into your exercise books. Mommy will take a shot of your passage that is written in the exercise book, as well as you reading it. After taking the shot, read it. Let mommy record you reading. Then it will be sent to me as well. Then after, you answer the questions that I will send to you. Do you understand? So you have a lot of work to do. This one is once a day, 1 subject a day. So you should get all the time to answer the questions. Do you understand? So look at the words of the passage carefully. And then make sure you read them out. Please don't feel shy to read. Read it as you can. This will even help me know your strengths and your weaknesses and know how to improve on your strengths and help you overcome your weakness. Do you understand? Beautiful. I know you. I trust you. So make sure you write the passage. That is why I'm showing it to you, so that you get everything. Write them and read them. So let me get my assignment. First, the copied passage. Second, the audio of you reading it. And the third, the assignment I'm going to give you. Do you understand me? Okay. So that is it for today. Have a blessed day and enjoy the rest of the day. Be good and take care of yourself. So we meet again. Yes, bye-bye.